with Richard and Cormac, we created a really powerful but slower track.
Oh, how I miss the days we'd get carried away, but you had a lot to say. Enough is enough.
We hope you all like it because we had a ton of fun making it. So without further ado, you're listening to Enough is Enough on the Monster Cat Podcast.
We're fighting all the time. You say
All right, good evening, guys. Welcome back. We are going straight live into the knife round of Map 2 between University of Minnesota CS Gophers and the Penn State Counter-Strike team. So we're on cash again. So a little mirror match from the previous map pool. And you know, if this goes anything like the previous game, we could very well see just a complete wash for UMN. But you never know. It is Counter-Strike, and these are completely different teams. So, not going to call it too early. We obviously saw, really big plays and mistakes made by both teams, and actually a pretty close knife round. And we're going to see Penn State win it in the end. Unsalted nuts in clutch rounds and clutch knife rounds. So they'll be able to pick side. Pick the side rather.
CT. That's interesting. They chose the CT side.
Yeah, it is. Huh. I wonder if maybe they just feel more confident on it, and it's all by teams, right? So you generally see CT picked on at really high level CS, but maybe not here at the collegiate level. A lot of maps are a little bit more skewed towards the C side. Locking down sites can be a little bit harder if you don't have quite the synergy. But regardless, we'll see what Penn State have in mind. They're going to go for the 2 mid, 2 B stack, and looks like they're just going to play for a retake on A. So only one player from truck, and it's pretty viable. We see a lot of teams be successful with this, but if the T's don't really peak you, it can be a lot harder to find that, and not a lot of utilities out of them either. Luckily, there is a kit, and here comes the execute bomb going down relatively quickly and easily. But Blubbernucky, he's going to get punished. Smelly just pushes out by the second kill. And Smelly just making it look easy, finds a third as well. And
oh my god, that's a perfect round.
Perfect retake by them. So, just playing that to a T. And you could blame individual players on UMN, but they all just got destroyed, and all of them went losing their aim battles, kind of just standing still for Smelly to line up his shots, not really being evasive, not really finding cover, and wow, just a really impressive pistol out of Penn State.
Yeah, they just landed all their shots. But UMN, they are going to force up like we did see them force up. But it's interesting. Their forces are not like your typical forces, which is the guy with 2,700 or higher drops some AKs over, like 1 or 2 AKs, but it looks like all of them just went up straight up SMG. That's not as strong, but, I mean, they got the entry here, so the advantage is towards the T side. Spence, he has to pull this B side, but he's in the middle of nowhere, just walking in the middle of nowhere, gets caught out, and again, Gophers, they're about to win another anti-eco on their T side.
Yeah, definitely going to be a little bit of shell shock now for UMN. Just unable to find these rounds, and like you said, just being caught out in the open, not really respecting Penn State enough. We saw Suspense just standing out in the open, not really prepared for that checker push. Even though he could hear the vents being popped, he should have been a little more prepared. Felt a little safe with the smoke on his right from main, but wasn't safe enough, unable to find anything, and they just get that B site pretty easily and convincingly. Now we will see 2 AKs on the board, in fact 3, so they don't want to lose this. But at the same time, you might almost be better off with the SMGs, considering you're going against pistols, and you're going to want to just run and gun and be as evasive as possible. But regardless, they do have that firepower, and if they play their cards right and just sniff out where the CTs are holding, they should be able to find it. But then again, you just can't count out pistols.
Yeah, on cash, it's actually kind of common to win the anti-eco on your CT side, just because so many teams are sloppy on their T side, where they don't, maybe they don't trade properly, they don't check their corners properly. So you could see UMN, they're playing very slow. They realize this. They realize that PSU could have forced up. And that's what I'm talking about. You don't check your corner right there. They get a free kill. And Salted Nuts.
Yeah, not being thorough, and actually Sync losing a lot of HP as well, and a rotator from Z. They might not be clearing this. John Titer could easily get caught off guard, and Smelly, he will spot him, but now the jig is up. His position has been given up, and the bomb's just going to cross the site individually. So John Titer kind of doing a risky play. Obviously, there's no one really to contest it, but Smelly, with another pistol kill, finds another one, just rotates quickly, and finds that flick shot. So Sync now alone with 11 HP and an AK, and kind of coming down to what I expected. You know, AKs are great, but if you can't be as evasive, it might not be good. He's looking for the second spray, brought it down to a 1v1. He's just going to fall back to the bomb. He has time to get this plant, so making the right read. And actually, what is he doing? He's trying to look for this kill. He's just completely given up the round by trying to find it. And now he knows he has to find suspense. There's no time on the clock. I don't know what Sync was thinking. And, well, that's going to be just another just traded round. He thought he was going to go for, you know, the witty play and read his opponent, but just totally read it wrong. And
this is exactly the criticism that we were talking about, Joey. It's just the criticism that we had last game is just carrying on to this game. I mean, where's the teamwork? Where's the... They're just chasing kills. It's just individual plays.
Yep, exactly. And I can only get you so far. You know, individual play is great when you're in a pug, but when you're going against a team organized like PSU right now, or at least they're playing a lot of... Oh, nice shot by Smelly. Goes for the nade as well. Nice dunk onto deck. That's going to drop him pretty low. They will get this plant down, but it's definitely going to be really hard to hold this with just pistols. Goes for the Molotov. That's going to push deck out, and he actually doesn't die right away. Luckily, they'll find the spray, and yeah, just pure sloppiness out of UMN. You know, giving up all these rounds when they really don't need to, and PSU is gonna take it, man. They're gonna, you know, play intelligently and proper, and that's gonna net them now fourth round, or third round rather. So we are into round 5. UMN will have money to buy, and hopefully they play a little more team-based Counter-Strike, and we can see some good rounds. That individual style is not gonna get them far.
Yeah, both teams losing anti-ecos to each other. I mean, losing anti-ecos happen once in a while, but like you can't be trading anti-ecos like that, especially when it comes to just like you just not checking your corners or maybe not playing for trades. I mean, kind of hurts to lose like that. But Smelly, he's coming up huge, and Salted Nuts, both him and Smelly, they've been the 1-2 punch duo for PSU.
Yeah, deck. He's gonna go for the smoke towards B. Might actually cause a rotate here. It looks like they have one mid player trying to see if he can catch something, but not really getting anything. Betrayed just going to do the safe rotate, understanding it's pretty vulnerable for him. And Blubbernucket, he's going to be the man watching headshot. I think he just caught a glimpse of the helmet, so he's going to be wary of it. Pravella getting dropped down to 50 by that nade. He's going to rotate back onto site. And now it's down to suspense. He can't find anything. Pravella, he finds one before dropping down, and well, they're actually rotated so quickly that it's now just down to Sync. He's got the 3K. He's looking for the ace this round. He's planting the bomb, or the 4K rather, and well, Smelly, he's going to be playing really quietly, rotating from the flank, not giving up anything, and well, playing it really properly. But he actually gets caught off guard. Sync peeking a little bit later after he checked that corner, and UMN getting right back into it.
Yeah, again, it was an individual play from Sync. He got a 4K that round, but I'm not exactly sure how to feel about that take. It was just one smoke, no flashes, no mollies, just ran straight into sight, and that seemed to be about it. And I mean, Sync. I mean, if they don't get these, you know, triple kills, these quadra kills, then I don't know how they're gonna get these rounds.
Yeah, it's gonna require a little bit more than just taking your battles and hoping things work out. Now that we're seeing UMN a little bit more coordination out them, a little bit more respect, and well, now it's coming down to individual play on the other side. So Smelly can only find the one before going down, and seems like the communication is a little bit lost there. Kind of on both sides, they're just kind of taking these battles without putting too much thought and forcing the T's to clear out more than just one or two angles. They're just kind of being given these engagements and winning them at that. So again, another 2-man advantage for UMN.
Yeah, I mean, Pennsylvania State, they are kind of playing sloppy as well. They, like, literally, I don't know who that guy was in mid. He literally just pushed mid and just walked all the way mid garage. And I mean, when you're in that state, there's no way anyone could trade you. So even if you get the kill, if you get traded, I mean, it wasn't worth it. So just kind of pushed out by himself, and then the A player just kind of pushed out by themselves. A lot of people just playing by themselves over on the CT side, and that's exactly why the CT side is a lot harder to play, especially when you're not playing at like the highest level, because that coordination, it needs to be there.
Yeah, definitely. You need someone to flash you into A main. You need someone to boost you over mid. You can't just like make these individual plays, especially on a round as important as the previous one. Now their money's broken and they're kind of going into this weird quasi buy. And you don't want to make those plays when your money's that dire. You need to play just some solid CS, hold your crossfires, throw some smokes down, counter flash when they push. If you go for those big risky plays when your money's so low, you can really give up more than just the round. And we're kind of seeing that. Unless Betrayed finds something, which he can't, he will go down to sync. And yeah, they've just got full mid control as well. So John Titer actually aware of the flank, turns around just in time. But Smelly, he's gonna find the second one. So holding down this, or just the first, but still holding down the site. And yeah, it looks like they will opt for this B, so kind of misread here by PSU. Looks like there might be a gap in this smoke. He's trying to see if he can find something, and Blubber, he's going to plant for his teammates, and Suspense actually rotates to find that kill, so it's all down to John Titer. He's down to a 1v3, finds 2 kills, will fall back to main, and Parabala, he's going to have to go huge this round. No helmet, no kit, and bomb is planted for John.
Yeah, again, that was a 1v3 situation that it looks like John Teeter is going to win. Yeah, he's going to win that. That was another 1v3. Everyone just peeked one by one. These mistakes are going to cost PSU these crucial rounds. And we could be looking at like a 5-2 scoreline for PSU, but instead we're going to be looking at a 3-4 scoreline. Let's see if these individual plays, Unsalted Nuts bringing out the op again. We saw what this man could do with the op, so maybe he could bring it back for Pennsylvania.
He's going to go towards mid. Obviously, that's been exploited the last couple rounds. Actually opting to play the sandbag side, so just going to be watching the boost. And if they push out, he can very easily be swarmed, but he's in a great position, finds 1 kill. He's going to repeat, but kind of overcommitted while he was cocking the op, so maybe if he just played a little more passive, waited for the timing before peeking, but he gets punished for that. Sync finds the kill and evens it up. Mid control given to UMN, but they will actually fall back off of it. They're smelling a little blood in the water. They don't want to overcommit at this point, and well, they're making a nice read. Only 1 player here towards MBK. Actually, he's pushed all the way through door, and Smelly can't find anything, so that's completely giving up the A site. They're going to smoke off highway as well, so no chance of finding a kill unless a lucky one through the smoke, and that'll be a plant now for UMN. Again, just kind of individual plays. Smelly pushing through doors, not winning that engagement, and it's simple as that. They just rush right onto the A site. But Suspense, individual play himself, going to find that first pick. And all the T's are kind of set up in the same angle. Not really a crossfire unless they push. So John Titer, if he goes down here, this could be huge. Luckily, Sync, he's playing pretty passive. He's going to go for the peek, now giving up his position. And this shouldn't be the easiest retake, but Deck, he's going to find 2. Sprays down the last and cleans it up for UMN. So even though they weren't set up ideally, they still played it well. Given their positions, they didn't have a lot of time to set up, and they played it as well as they could have.
Yeah, well, the good thing for PSU here is that I do think it's going to be more T-sided. So UMN getting the T-side rounds that they really do need. And PSU, again, they're not out of it, just kind of like Cobblestone. I do think they are going to get more T-side rounds. let's just see what the halftime scoreline is going to be. Is UMN gonna get cocky again? I certainly hope not. You know, hopefully they won't donate any free rounds.
Yeah, and Blubber not get playing such a far back angle, completely punishing that smoke push. Unsalted thought he was safe to push through that gap, but he was aware of it. Gonna hold that angle, make sure no cheeky plays get executed. But Smelly, we'll find that one kill before going down. We saw how powerful he was with the 5-7. These guys did pull off a couple of those 4 spy rounds in the past, and definitely can't count them out. But now it's just suspense. Really, just gonna see if he can find some exits. Can't really do much unless he goes for a 10-second ninja defuse, which would definitely be the CSL play of the year. Highly doubt that he's going to get away with that. And Gerbil, he's going to clear this. Suspense watching Z, he's going to get completely off. Oh, he wants to go for the knife. Gerbil, he was thinking about it. John's like, gimme, let me at him. He's not looking, I'll go for it. So regardless, 6 rounds now. And I don't think they even have enough for an... okay, they will drop the op to Unsalted, so he didn't have enough to buy himself, but gets dropped by a teammate. That will give full rifles across the board, sans 3 sets of head armor, which are irrelevant against AKs. So good decision making by PSU in the buying department. Let's see if they can make those good decisions when it comes down to the round itself.
Yeah, and it looks like UMN, they are going to opt for this A site here, and the first man of contact is probably going to be Smelly. He hears them. He should be calling for the rotates here. He's going to be all solo onto the site. Flashes out, smokes out. He needs to get so many kills here. He doesn't get any. Oh, man. So it's going to be up to, I believe, Unsalted Nuts. He is on quad. He gets 2 kills. Is he going to get a third? Oh, misses the no-scope. And now it's up to Suspense and Probala. This is going to be an extremely tough retake.
Yeah, Suspense. He's aware that there's a guy A main. He's just trying to see if he's going to peek or if he's pushed out at fork. Not finding anything. This could be one of those bad timing situations, but he was patient. Will win in the end. Goes for the spam through the smoke, and he gets out peeked by Blubber on the other side. So, you know, individual play by Unsalted Nuts, but the rest of his team really just couldn't follow through and find their kills. So, in the end, it's going to be, you know, with a little bit of fight from Penn State. But at the end of it, UMN just taking that site, getting another round, and really making PSU, well, shiver and go for this kind of half buy.
Yeah, PSU, they need an answer. Kind of like this is kind of reminiscent of Cobblestone, where UMN, they got those 6 rounds in a row. Very likely it's going to be 7 rounds in a row. And PSU, they really have to find a way back into this game. And right now, they don't have an answer. It looks like UMN, they found their groove. They're just going to entry out onto sites. And this should be another clean round for UMN.
Yeah, just a pretty clean round overall. Probala, he does have a Deeg, but he's definitely going to have to be given some kills right now. And they're giving him some engagements, but he can't find any connections. And that'll be the round. Nice nade from deep. That'll finish off Penn State, and yeah, they're definitely going to need more than 3 rounds. I could see it doable with 5. 6 would be ideal at this point in the game, but UMN are definitely going to have to kind of pull a Cobblestone and start really making some big mistakes.
Yeah, and this is the response, the double op. Probala picking up the other one, but Probala, he seems to be on the weaker side of this PSU squad. But they did put an op on each side. And here comes the A take again. It looks like 2 people in A main. Betrayed. He's going to be the one making contact against these 2 players.
Yeah, Betrayed. Boosted up on top of the barrels. The barrel of his gun should actually be poking out right about now. John with a nade out, completely caught off guard. He saw him for a split second there, but there's that opening that Penn State really needed. And again, it was still kind of individual play, right? Like if they got punished for that, it could have gone the complete other way. But thankfully, for them, they're going to get those entries, and as long as they don't give up anything and just play these trades effectively, it should go their way. But we've seen these kind of mistakes happen before. Unsalted though, he's not going to let any mistakes happen right now. Deck though, following up with an op kill of his own, and yeah, he's going to have to get peeked from highway again if if something's going to happen. So yeah, he just rotates, understands they're most likely not going to give him anything at this point, and well, could actually be reading PSU pretty effectively if they get to this B site. Only one man here to defend. It's Brabala. It's his time to shine and give an answer for PSU. So he's looking for the first kill, finds it, and now it's just Blubbernucket.
He
He's
doesn't
gonna have to
even
push up.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
he's
he
pushing
does
up from
now.
the left side. Yeah, he does hear him in the end. Going for the USP spam. Not really the ideal weapon. You know, if you're gonna buy an op, you generally want to have some sort of secondary, even just have a teammate drop you. You know, going against a full buy with the USP is generally not going to happen unless you find those lucky double or triple dinks.
Yeah, PSU finally getting that stop, but they have to be really careful because they're going to spend all their money rebuying. They're not going to have much cash left in the bank, so if they get reset, it's going to be a bad time for PSU. On the other hand, UM and CS Gophers, you can see the kind of money that they're sitting on. They're good to buy for pretty much almost the rest of the half. So PSU, I guess the double op setup did work, although the ops didn't really come into play until the end. They're gonna have both ops, probably one on each side again. Let's see if they can hold off the Gophers one more time.
Unsalted here, playing towards highway. He's aware that mid's being contested, so he falls back to play safe, calls for some backup, and he has a chance to find Gerbil. He's going to go for the peek. He actually finds the wall bang, only lights him down to 5 HP. Very unfortunate, but they peek again, even though they're aware of this position, and while Gerbil's crouched, he will finally boost up to the vent and blubber. He will even up the round, but just in time for Spence to chime in, so still down a man and down HP-wise, so it's kind of everything right now against UMN.
Yeah, and look at CS Gophers. They're playing some mind games, smoking out B, giving some presence there, but going back to A, spreading out the defense, and this is about the best they could hope for. But they are slowed down by the smoke, and it looks like the player's outside. Yeah, Deck, he's going to smoke off something. Let's see what he chooses to smoke off. It looks like Sight by the red. And here comes the hit.
This execute's going to have to be pretty huge. They don't have an HP to really take a lot of damage, so they're going to have to get these kills pretty instantly. Deck, he's able to trade, and he finds a second one as well, so this man, we've seen him go huge as well. Pretty much the reason... Ooh, but Smelly actually. He's going to get the better of him. Blubber stuck on site with 17 HP. He gets wall banged. Kind of baited into peeking that. Thought he was exposed. But Unsalted just kind of outplaying him in that 1v1 situation. And well, you can't blame them. They were down a lot. Deck individually kind of bringing that back down into a 2v2, but finally gets punished by the op in the end. So we'll see. We'll see if if they can kind of claw back in and get maybe that 6 rounds I was hoping they'd get.
Yeah, this is all almost entirely reminiscent of Cobblestone, isn't it? I mean, UMN, they got the string of however many rounds, but 7 rounds, and then finally, PSU coming in. Maybe UMN, again, disrespecting a little bit, just literally re-peeking into ops, despite the fact that they know that the ops are there, like you said in the round before, and that's going to net PSU their 5th round. If PSU gets 7 rounds, I think that's honestly a good hack from them.
Yeah, I'd almost say they're winning it. Considering the slow start they had, losing that anti-eco and kind of things falling apart. Obviously, they were able to reverse that, and each team were just kind of going back and forth in their early game. But then UMN just stabilized and found those 7 rounds in a row. So they found 2 now. They will, be able to get a pretty nice buy if in the following round, as long as they win it, obviously. But if they don't, they're definitely going to be forced into a bad situation. Poop on my chest. He misses that shot somehow. Gets the quick scope. At least gets a little bit for his troubles. But now it's bomb going to be going down. He is going to plant for main. Interesting. None of the T's have really crossed over. So no one really playing it. There you go. Blubber will push out. He actually gets to vent just after Unsalted on scopes. And well, he's the man that should be playing for the bomb. Interesting that he just opts for this position. Unsalted, he's just going to throw all his nades out. Now he's going to push as soon as Suspense finds that pick. That's going to announce the timing. And yeah, just a questionable after plant positioning. Blubber, he spotted the vent player and still doesn't opt. Oh my god.
No, they got it. They got it.
I
But
know.
yeah,
that was almost looked like Cloud9 versus Fnatic. I was a little bit scared. Triple molly kill. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely just some questionable plays going on by UMN right now.
yeah, I agree. I agree. The after plants were, I mean, they planted for what, B main, and then literally everyone stayed on site. Blubber Nugget tried to get off site, but he didn't receive any help. And once after making contact with Vents, he kind of just stayed under heaven. Yeah, the after plant position's not really there, and that's gonna cost them that round. PSU up to 6 rounds, and it looked like a blowout halfway through, but PSU making it respectable and making it actually very close. Another pick from Unsalted Nuts.
Yeah, they just keep pushing out mid and taking these 1v1 engagements with Unsalted. Like, he's the main threat. He's literally individually just demolishing your team, and you just keep running into him. And it's really questionable. Finally, he'll get punished. So Blubber able to push out. Betrayed really not holding that angle properly, so a little bit of miscommunication there. And yeah, just...
Wow. Unsalted was
defense,
betrayed
man.
by Betrayed right there, man.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because Unsalted was watching mid from whatever site, and Betrayed wasn't watching anything. He was fence, and he didn't watch anything, and that allowed Blubber Nugget to get onto Fork. He literally went out from aiming into Fork without the fence players seeing anything.
Yeah, I thought you meant he TK'd him. I was like, what?
Oh, no. Might as well be a TK, and that basically might as well be a TK.
He wasn't watching anything, yeah, and just let the A main player just pop out. Suspense. He's going to go for the tap on the bomb. He doesn't have time. He may as well have just stuck it, but at the same time, he's going to get double peaked regardless. So UMN getting that last round might be really important considering how back and forth these teams have been. Lots of the best way to describe this matchup is both teams are making big plays, but both teams are making big mistakes. And that that makes it a toss-up for me. Like, there's not enough consistency to really make one team a favorite at this point. And, well, Penn State, now on the T side, looks like they, maybe they did pick that CT for a reason. Getting 6 rounds in the end, still pretty impressive. And that's about what you'd expect for Cash. And now they're just going to opt for this A site, so it's might be a good read. 2 players. Let's see if UMN's different style of play. They choose to just go for the crossfire, not playing for the retake, and we'll see if it's as clean for them. But yeah, insta-dink. But Deck, he finds one. Looking for another. He's going for the spam, but he has to reload now. Falls back behind Red. Still alive, and this is huge. Deck wraps all the way around Fork. He's aware of the T here behind the smoke, and well, it looks like both methodologies for either team worked out for them, and they're able to hold that A site pretty convincingly.
Yeah. Sync, despite the fact that he was gushed, he's able to get a kill on fence before going down himself. And then the whole cavalry started coming in. But PSU looks like a full Tech 9 buy. And again, the Tech 9s are incredibly difficult to stop, especially if you rush together as a team. So we'll see if UMN they can hold. We'll see if they can hold this. It looks like a highway split. Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna wait, and it's gonna be an A split. There goes that flash. And do they get that mid control? No, Gerbil, he's able to hold it down with force.
Looking for that long range Tech 9, Unsalted, able to find one. He's looking for more, but he gets dropped pretty quickly. And now the SMG's coming into play. That MP9 just completely destroying at long range, finally with the ump in the end. And yeah, so wasn't as clean to begin. It looked like they traded out and made it back into a 3v3, but in the end, we saw the better weaponry prevail. And yeah, UMN, now they're going to be going against a 4 Glock by Suspense with the P250. So definitely should be an easy round. Dazed would be very disappointed if they lose this, so let's hope for the best. Yeah, they're just gonna push right through the smoke. Smelly just runs right through in just complete decimation. Nice Kobe by John Titer. And quick round. They want to just get it over with. PSU, they want to get some rifles in their hands. Maybe no ops actually. Yeah, they didn't get a plant, so that's gonna just force them to only buy AK-47s. Not too much utility, but they still will get 4 sets of smokes and a molly. But actually only 3 flashes, and that's a little bit concerning.
Yeah, PSU, if they lose this round, then it's going to be looking pretty tough to come back, so they have to absolutely win this round and then the consequent rounds. And It's very possible because UMN, they stuck with 2 UMPs. So the weaponry is on the side of PSU here.
Nice deck going for the self boost, and they were actually doing this in the warm up before the game. Everyone just agreed to a peace treaty, and they're all having fun with this boost. So deck trying it out in a round in a live game, and we'll see if this works out for them. He's gonna re-smoke main. He's actually that's actually a great smoke for the angle because if he'll be able to spot anyone crossing over, and just at the right angle, Betrayed playing it, so won't be able to spot him quite yet, but it could still work out for him. Obviously, we're seeing a little bit more mid control now coming out from the terrorist. It's going to be up to the number 9 man and John Titer. He can't find the spray. Suspense insta-gibbs him. And, well, Deck, he's going to watch towards mid, and this could be the worst timing for him. He's aware that a push is coming. Suspense, he's going to just jump right across to Z. And, yeah, he'll get caught off guard by Betrayed.
He should just drop. Well, I don't know what he's doing there. He should just be dropping right there.
Yeah, I think he was definitely like, all right, I got up here, like I'm gonna make something happen, you know. I definitely understand his mindset, but yeah, it wasn't the right play for sure. He was putting himself in a vulnerable position. He had to watch 2+ angles, and that's you don't want to be doing that in Counter-Strike. Obviously, if you're in a 1v3, you're gonna have to do things that are uncomfortable, but it wasn't too uncomfortable for him. So yeah, dropping probably would have been the right play, and. Well, in fact, that's now going to force them on their final buy round. An AWP now coming out of Blubber Nugget, and we'll see if they opt for a different play. Actually, yeah, they are going to set up 2 at mid, so they're realizing they're kind of losing mid for no reason, and
nice
again,
shot.
Dex just goes down really quickly. So yeah, really nice shot out of ESU, and they're going to jump out. He's on top of the garage. Can't find the first kill. Durable, just completely whiffing that spray. Light suspense up, and well, does a half damage on Unsalted as well, so not totally wasted, but you know, that hiding behind the smoke made him a little bit of a hard target to hit. Sync, only getting 1 before getting traded, and now I'd say it's about even HP wise. Suspense, he's aware that the Z play might be coming out, and well, it's coming out late. John Titer goes for the spray. Now they have the advantage. Bomb hasn't even been planted. They will get it down here. They're actually going to plant for A main. And that will allow Probella to play for the bomb, so Unsalted is going to have to, at the very least, just find that 1 kill, but it looks like he's just going to opt for the molly play. Make them push the site. Okay, so he's actually just going to molly off the right side, force them to push through Fork or Catwalk, and he should be able to just hold that 1 angle. So going for the pop flash, he's going to just peek individually, but that Kobe's just going to finish him off. Probella, unable to find the first spray, and almost planted for him. Had he got that first kill, it might have been a different story, but UMN coming out on top in the end, just out aiming Probella in that 1v1, and that'll be a 13 round and nearly destroying the economy. It'll be Penn State with their final buy this round.
Yeah, and again, Penn State, they have to buy. They cannot choose to save here. Let's see what they're gonna do. Maybe I'm hoping it's gonna be another. Oh no, they did a half quasi buy. They had to do a full buy, but. You know, maybe it'll work out.
Yep, we've seen Tech-9s be pretty destructive, you know, forever. It feels like forever now. Obviously, that buff only came out probably a little over a year ago or something like that. But even with the nerf to this gun, it's still just so potent. Like, yeah, it might not have the range and the magazine size that it used to have, but 24 bullets is still insane, so... this gun can work dividends. We're seeing the first kill come out. But lots of damage. That grenade did over 200 damage. Insane by Deck. And, well, now he's going to be able to follow the quad. He'll find out at the end how much he did. But that HE is actually going to return, but not doing nearly as much on him thanks to the armor. And they're just falling right into the crossfire. So UMN playing, this is how you defend an A site against an anti-eco. Playing the long range, communicating their peaks and making sure they're keeping the T's guessing and not just all peaking, you know, at the exact same time, leaving it for some easy Tech-9 kills. But again, UMN kind of just getting that lead again, and we'll finally see a full buy at Penn State.
Yeah, UMN really cementing their dominance, 14-7. Not as David and Goliath as I thought it would have been. Because, I mean, UMN, they are 13-1 versus the 7-7 Penn State. I was pretty sure it was going to be very lopsided, but at least Penn State, they've been fighting hard. They've been making it respectable. And you never know. Maybe PSU, they could string, 3, 4, 5 rounds of their own.
Yeah, no, very well could happen. We saw 9 rounds on the T side by UMN, and they've actually got a lot of information. They know this is going to be an A play. 2 of the CTs have pushed towards B. They're in T spawn already, and well, this should be completely communicated. Deck's still holding from Ben in case this is a mid play, but now they're going to know. They're going to fall back, but the site players, well, Sync is the only one that makes the play, and well, there's 2 on the flank at A main. This could be very unexpected. Well, I was going to say if one of them was walking, they might not give it away. Luckily, we're going to see the trade with the op, but Blubber Nugget, that's all he can find. And that's just going to be PSU completely destroying them. Even though UMN had all the information, they still managed to play that pretty well.
Yeah, a nice Molly play going in. So this time, they're not just going in with smokes. They went in with 2 Mollies. But kind of weird positioning from UMN. They have both guys on the catwalk, and that's not really much of a crossfire. Usually you want guy on the site area and then one around the the catwalk forklift area, but both guys were there, so they were easily traded out, and that opened up the site really fast.
Yeah, it looks like they want to go for this A main again. Something made them question and fall back. I'm not sure exactly what it was. It could have been the lack of smoke making them think it's a save round, and they didn't want to commit and maybe get cut off guard. But regardless, they decided to go for this mid, just counter boosting up. Actually, a spray whiffed by Global or Gerbil Elite, so really big misplay by him. Luckily, Deck, he's going to be able to trade up from the vents. He's been playing this pretty well the whole game, just hasn't had a lot of engagements ever since he started playing this position. And again, they're going to go for this A play. It's going to be down to Sync. He has the 5.7. He's been pretty successful with it in the past, and well, this is the exact range you want to play this gun, but he gets out crouched, and great maneuvering there by Probella. He's able to beat Sync in that 1v1 engagement, and that's just down to Deck rather with the M4. He's on the slow flank, and this long flank could really catch him off guard. Definitely not something you'd expect for the retake.
Yeah, he should actually be saving here, though. I can't believe he's actually going for it. Maybe he's going for exits. I'm not sure. He's going to lose this weapon himself. Yeah, he should definitely not go for it. And PSU, they're able to break the economy of UMN. UMN, they are completely broke. Yeah, I think he's going for exits.
There he does get one.
He gets one. Yeah. But that's going to be about it. Survives with this weapon. And yeah, PSU, they finally broke the money of UMN. And they might get double digits on cash as well. That's actually a very good performance coming in from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, no, definitely. For the team that came 7-7 into the playoffs and really just kind of under the radar, no one really expecting them to go too far. And well, they've made it to the Ro16 over some teams that we really expected to make it here. So they obviously deserved it, and we're seeing that they do have moments of really good plays, but again, another USP kill. I think we saw UMN do this on Cobblestone as well, so you know it happens sometimes, but unfortunate. And another pistol kill, so just completely evened up by UMN. And it seems as if they play a little more tactically and a little more thoroughly when they have these pistols. They're a little more patient. This boost, this could be a huge play. Deck, he's going to find one, but it gets traded instantly. And that's all she wrote, but it's still down to Salted Nuts on a 1v2. They're going against that weird quasi-buy, and this is not the round you want to lose. I don't know if he's going to be where the position, and Sync gets the better of him. UMN get the match point on a half buy, and that is just, I guess, the theme of CSL today.
Yeah, I mean, not much to say about that. Deck was in a good spot, and I don't think they play that spot at all, so that was the first time they played it. He gets one kill, but then the pistol kill is all over the map. It's just, they shouldn't happen, but they did. I mean, nice shot, nice pistol shots from CSGO first, and they win another eco.
Yeah, it's sad times, you know. It's nothing's as demotivating as losing a round like that. Even though it's common, it's, you know, you're starting to mount that comeback, and they were looking for that double digits. you'd given them hope subconsciously, and it's all lost now. But actually, they will even it out. Smelly with that Tech 9. These guns really can't be underestimated. And in fact, I'd say it's still, maybe a 40% chance for Penn State to win this, especially with the setup right now. Only one player towards a sync play in the MBK position. There goes Smelly with the AK picked up, able to find a kill. And now if they push this B site, if they smoke lower, they'll only have the one guy on site to worry about. But Deck, he's now questioning whether they're going to push C. And maybe expecting a little bit too much, but this bomb is completely rotated. Now the A site play is coming in, and Smelly, he's going to actually keep one of the B, or he's going to take the B site, so they'll rotate all the way back. And very confusing round for UMN. They're like, where are these guys going? They're all over the map. So Smelly will just be grounded, watching heaven. And Deck's going to have to go huge. I don't know if he's going to expect this angle, but actually he's not protecting it from his team, so the bomb goes down. And now Smelly's going to have to go recover it. Thankfully, he'll be able to plant safe. And they're actually overcommitting. Deck, he's peeking out. Sync, they're already on site. They're just pushing. They're down to a 2v1. Now it's all down to suspense, and he can't get it.
God.
So huge misplays by Penn State in the end, and UMN winning a round they definitely should not have. And that'll be all she wrote. 16-9, a 2-0, another one for the night here at CSL. We'll see University of Minnesota. They're going to take it, and they're going to be on to the round of 8, so making the top 8 for the playoffs. Road to DreamHack, they're one step closer to making it to LAN, and grats to them. Well played by both teams. They both worked hard to get here, and UMN obviously just worked a little bit harder, so they'll be moving on. And that will be it for tonight, guys, for Counter-Strike. We'll just be wrapping up here shortly. There's some contests and giveaways on our site at cstarleague.com, as well as if you type !ASUS in the chat, you will get a link to a contest, lots of cool creative things you can do, completely free for you, and you can win lots of cool gear like ASUS 144Hz monitors, ASUS laptops, lots of cool stuff, and it's going to cost you nothing. So definitely worth typing that in chat. Give it a look, see if it's something you're interested in. Also give a follow to our Facebook page at Collegiate CSGO, as well as the Twitter at the same handle. You can follow me at JZilk on Twitter, follow Will at CSL What's Wrong, and that'll pretty much be it. Next week, though, we're still kind of trying to figure out our scheduling. A lot of the details are kind of up in the air, but there's a chance we might be having a Monday broadcast at 7 p.m. Pacific. So we're just figuring out how we can split 2 matches on Wednesday and create a doubleheader for y'all. So follow both our Twitch channels so you know when we go live here, as well as at the second channel, C-Star League 2. And follow our socials for any updates on these potential matches. So thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been a fun night, and we will see you potentially on Monday. Take care.
Peace.